is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. On today's vlog, we're going to be powder coating the front differential cover, Jamaican teal, the same color as the other accent colors on the truck. I didn't video this, but I did end up making my own, I guess it's a pentagon shape tip, and I powdered that. So it turned out pretty decent, I think, and it matches the rear diff cover and the wheels and all the little accents of Jamaican teal. Anyways, oh, and something I did last night as well was powder coated this brake cover, and that turned out really nice. You can't really see it in the daytime, but at night with the rock lights on, you can really see it. It pops nicely. So slowly but surely we are working on the powder coating, but I'm going to go ahead and pop that diff cover off, get the gear oil out of there. I got it out. This is a magnetic, or is magnetic right here, I believe. Maybe not. Anyways, yeah, I guess it's not on this one. But there were no metal chunks. We'll take a closer look at the actual gears and everything. But before I do that, I just want to get this kind of cleaned off and prepped, and throw the first layer of powder on. That way, you know, I can get on this process. But the first work order is to clean this. It's going to come off pretty easy because it was painted and not powder coated. So while we're letting that strip down a little bit, let's come over here. All right, so here you can see all the gearing. I don't see any metal chunks. There's some fine stuff in the bottom. I do feel that. But some of that is just wear and tear. I'm gonna wash my hands off real quick, and then we'll get back. Oh yeah, you can see it already starting to orange peel up. Okay guys, I did use the little brush here, and that's just not gonna get it how I want it for the bolts. So I'm gonna hold off on those, and maybe down the road when I can get my sandblaster hooked up to some air, you know, I'll go ahead and try blasting the bolts. But anyways, we'll save that for another time, I guess. But this is coming off. Look at that. So that is good. I went ahead and brought my little sandblaster in here just to check it out and see, because I'm just using this little pancake compressor here, and wouldn't you know it, it actually works, and it does like one before it actually runs out of air. So I'm going to go ahead and do all the bolts, and you know, we'll see how it turns out. Checking back in a little bit later. I've started the powder coating process. I have finished the bolts here, and the plug. I wanted them done in white, so got that all taken care of. Those are cured. And right now I've got the valve, or not the valve cover, the diff cover in the oven now. That's the first coat, which is slick silver, and then once that comes out, we'll go with the Jamaican teal, and then you know the process, shattered glass over that, and then we'll be done. So it did get dark out. Just show you a little walk around. There's the part I powder coated last night, and when you get close, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it sure is sparkly. So it turned out pretty good, I think. I can't wait. Eventually, I think I've mentioned this before, I want to go to 4-link suspension, like on Air Ride with airbags, but that's a little bit farther down the road. But until then, what I do plan on doing is getting the axles painted white. So I'm going to paint them white myself, and then I'm thinking the leaf springs, I'm not sure if I'm going to powder coat those or not. It's just up in the air right now, but the axles will be painted white sometime in the near future. So anyway, sorry about that. Looking forward to that. Stay tuned for that. But until then, we're just gonna rock right now. Once the diff cover is done, it will pop nicely, I believe. But once the axles are painted as well, then the diff covers will really pop on the white axle. Super excited for that. Alright, so I have the diff cover. It's got its last coat of shattered glass on it. I'm getting ready to pull it out. And the hardware, like I showed you guys before, is ready to go. I decided to go with Mobil 1 and the 7590. I think you can use 80, 90 as well, but it's hard to find that from, you know, your local supply place or wherever you go, Advanced or AutoZone. They typically don't sell the 80, 90, so 75, 90 will work for the fronts, and that's what I used. Now this did not turn out what I would call perfect. If you look up here, you can see the darker spots, and there's a dark spot right there. My gun, I put 2 coats of the Jamaican teal because the first one didn't get on enough powder on there. So when I went to put it on the second time, I was heat flocking, and anyways, a little bit got clogged up in the gun and then shot out, and kind of ruined it a little bit. That is gonna look good. The white, you know, around here on the bolts, and then this. I'm gonna go back onto the back of my truck too and do the bolts on the back as well. The only reason I hadn't done it before when I did the last diff cover is because I didn't know that this little air compressor would run the sandblaster. It won't, like, I couldn't sandblast this whole thing because it just would have taken too long to run out of air, fill up. But with the bolts, they're so small that it literally took, you know, 15 seconds per bolt or so, and it was done. So it's good to know that with the compressor I have, I will be able to do small little odds and ends. Anyways, that's kind of cool. Turn this off. Once again, I can't stress this enough. This is why I love rock lights, because I am able to work at night and work on under the truck. If you break down at night, you know, it's really nice for flipping them on and looking, seeing what you can do. Plus the other thing is, you know, when it is nighttime, you can see all the powder coat you've put on your truck. Well guys, I've just wrapped it up. I forgot to video the install. I was just trying to get it done as fast as possible. So here is how it ended up. So yeah, came out pretty sick. Up close you can see the sparkles, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. You can't, you know, from this distance you can just barely see it, but when you're driving, and if people are, you know, if you're on any kind of incline or whatever the case is, you can see it. And also if you're like looking at the side of the truck in the wheel wells, you know, you can see it. But it does add a whole new look to it, especially because now it matches the rear, so you've got both. Just kind of, it just adds a second element that looks pretty sick. Now on the rear, I'll show you real quick. I did not powder coat the rear bolts, so there's no contrast. So probably in the next video, I'm not sure, I may just do it, you know, and not video it, but here in the next couple days I'm just gonna pop those out and do them. It'll take, you know, probably 40 minutes. I will see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe. This channel is growing, and I appreciate everyone who has been a part of that, followed it, and it is growing. I think we're currently, last I checked, at 43 subscribers, which is a big deal to me. with trying to get this thing to grow. My goal for the end of this year, I know, is to be at 100 followers. That we may blow that out of the water, or we may not reach there. I really don't know. This is all new to me, but yeah, I'm gonna try to keep content coming, even though I'm pretty busy with just life in general and new responsibilities that I've got, but I'm gonna try to keep the content going with not only the F350 here, but over there, I don't know if you can see, probably not, but the B3000, and potentially here shortly maybe adding another build, depending on how things go. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. I'm out.